and welcome to the next stop on our tour. We now find ourselves here in town of Perrine, approximately between 184th and 174th Street and 102nd and 97th Avenue, named after Dr. Henry Perrine. Did you know the United States Consul of Campeche, Mexico, was granted land in South Florida in 1839 by the United States Congress? This township of land was used by Dr. Perrine to cultivate tropical plants from other countries. However, he met his untimely demise in 1840 during a battle of the Second Seminole War in Indian Key. His family escaped and claimed the land grant. In the following decades, while the grant was being disputed, squatters moved into the area and began to encroach on the granted land. His son, Henry Jr., was left with the plot of land in South Dade that was eventually divided. The squatters received 40 acres each from the grant and planted exotic plants as required by the grant. Two different railroad companies were also granted land, which transformed the community into a railroad camp during the construction of the Florida East Coast Railway. When the railroad came through in 1903, a post office was opened and Perrine became a supply and office camp. They even opened a school in 1909 to accommodate the growth of families to the area. The arrival of the railroad made Perrine a permanent settlement and Cutler the first town in the area 4 miles east of the railroad disappeared. Until World War II, Perrine was a railroad warehouse stop, which shipped agricultural produce, especially tomatoes grown on the surrounding prairie land. Streets named for people and plants were laid out parallel to the FEC tracks, and later a grid pattern creating triangle lots in what is now downtown Palmetto Bay. Today, the area is divided with West Perrine continuing as a neighborhood in unincorporated Miami-Dade County, while East Perrine has been absorbed into Palmetto Bay. That was a lot of information. Perrine has an interesting history. Let's move on to the next stop at Perrine Jail.